The Cincinnati Bengals might be cooking up something big behind the scenes. And this time, it involves Trey Hendrickson. What's going on? A trusted voice on Twitter, one who's nailed multiple offseason moves before they happened, says Hendrickson and the Bengals are nearing a brand new contract. If that's true, it's massive for the defensive line and shows Cincinnati's commitment to keeping elite talent in the building. And that's not the only Bengals move making noise right now. Before we dive deeper into the latest headlines, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like, and don't forget to smash the bell icon so you never miss a single Bengals update, especially with training camp right around the corner. Back to the field. Demetrius Knight Jr. is officially locked in. The Bengals' second-round linebacker out of South Carolina has signed his rookie deal and is set to join the action when camp kicks off. It's a critical step in solidifying this young defense, and Knight Jr.'s speed and physicality might earn him reps sooner than expected. Now about that Trey Hendrickson rumor. Let's talk facts. When it comes to Bengals edge rusher Trey Hendrickson, the buzz just got a whole lot louder. An anonymous NFL insider, known online for accurately predicting major contract deals, has once again stirred up Bengals fans. According to his recent post, Cincinnati and Hendrickson have re-engaged in contract talks, and there's real movement behind the scenes. The message was clear. Momentum is building, and while there's no official timetable yet, confidence is growing that a deal is on the way. This same insider, earlier in the summer, had already hinted that Hendrickson and the Bengals would eventually find common ground. Now, he says it's no longer if, but when. If this report holds weight, and his track record suggests it might, Cincinnati could soon lock down one of its most disruptive defensive players before the season begins. That's not just a smart move. That's a win-now mentality. And look, while we don't know the identity behind the source, his info has proven accurate more than once across the league. So this isn't noise. It's smoke. And with the Bengals, smoke often means fire. Trey Hendrickson staying in stripes long-term? That could change everything about how this defense lines up in 2025. Look, nobody's pretending this mystery insider is flawless. He's had his share of misses. But when he's right, he's really right. And now he's doubling down. Trey Hendrickson and the Bengals are on track. That lines up with what Duke Tobin said back at the NFL Combine. Tobin made it clear the Bengals want Hendrickson to be a part of this team's future. Yes, this offseason got messy. Hendrickson's public comments, the appearance on McAfee, and the statement to Schefter? That's not how the Bengals usually operate. But even with all that, Cincinnati hasn't shut the door. From everything we know, the Bengals are still working behind the scenes to get this deal done. Now, sure, there's been some tension over the number of years and overall value. But here's the bottom line. Trey Hendrickson has been playing at a level far above his current paycheck. You could argue he's been one of the best value contracts in the league. But from the team's side, that deal was a front office masterclass. Don't forget, Hendrickson agreed to a one-year restructure that wasn't exactly in his financial best interest. Now, he's dug in, and it's clear he doesn't plan to hit the field again without a new agreement in place. And despite all that, the latest buzz points to progress. Quiet progress, but the kind that usually leads somewhere. Hendrickson is still under contract, but the tone around the team feels like they want resolution before week 1 kicks off. Now, shifting gears for a moment, let's talk about Demetrius Knight Jr., who continues to impress in the lead-up to camp. It's official. Demetrius Knight Jr. has signed his rookie deal and is locked in just as Bengals rookies report to training camp. NFL insider Jordan Schultz broke the story, revealing that Knight's 4-year contract includes nearly 80% guaranteed at signing, a huge number for a second-rounder. In fact, this marks the first time in NFL history that the 49th overall pick has received guaranteed money into the 4th year of the deal. That's not just rare. That's groundbreaking. Knight, the standout linebacker from South Carolina, becomes one of the latest examples of how contract structures in the NFL are evolving. We're starting to see more second-round picks, not just first-rounders. Secure real financial guarantees early on. This isn't just big for Knight. It shows the Bengals are willing to adapt, invest, and reward players they believe in. And Knight? He's earned it. From what we've seen so far, he's shown the maturity, focus, and willingness to get the deal done without drama. That stands in contrast to ongoing issues with fellow rookie Shamar Stewart, who remains unsigned. According to reports, the Bengals offered Knight upfront signing bonus money, roughly 75 to 80%, in exchange for accepting a new clause in the contract. That same offer, per sources, hasn't been extended to Stewart. Why the difference? It's unclear, but it might have more to do with how each player handled negotiations than anything else. What we do know is this: Knight showed up, got the deal done, and is ready to hit the field. With camp underway and Knight officially in the mix, the Bengals' defense continues to shape into something worth watching. Demetrius Knight Jr. didn't just sign his contract. He showed up early, signed his injury waiver, and has already been on the field with the Bengals. That says a lot. He's handled every part of this offseason like a pro. Compare that to Shamar Stewart, and the difference is clear. Stewart hasn't practiced, hasn't signed, and hasn't given Cincinnati any reason to move quickly. As of now, there's no sign of progress, and the Bengals haven't offered him the same kind of deal Knight received. Why? The answer might be simple. Knight earned their trust. Stewart hasn't. With Knight officially locked in, he's now expected to compete for a starting role next to Logan Wilson in Al Golden's defense. And from what insiders are saying, the team believes he's ready for that role. Meanwhile, the delay with Stewart is dragging on. The Bengals seem content to wait, especially considering how smoothly everything else has gone this offseason. Even Joe Burrow mentioned earlier that distractions have been minimal. At the time, he was referring to the Hendrickson contract situation, but it's clear this Stewart holdout is starting to feel like the lone remaining cloud over camp. Knight's done everything right. Now it's up to Stewart to catch up, or risk falling completely behind in a locker room that's focused on winning now. What started as a quiet offseason has taken a sharp turn. At first, it seemed like the Bengals only had one situation to monitor: Trey Hendrickson. But now, Shamar Stewart has entered the picture as another unexpected distraction. Joe Burrow likely didn't anticipate this kind of holdout. None of us did. But the signs are there. Stewart isn't expected to be ready when the full squad reports for training camp. That's a tough situation, especially for a team that thrives on cohesion and low drama. Meanwhile, the Hendrickson update remains in the spotlight. Will that contract extension actually happen? The buzz from Ricky has certainly stirred things up. And while his track record gives Bengals fans reason to believe, nothing is certain yet. But what is certain is this: Demetrius Knight Jr. is locked in. The Bengals not only signed a talented linebacker, they added a player who's clearly focused and all in from day one. The coaching staff believes in him, and fans should too. All eyes now shift to how these final pieces come together as camp begins. This team has championship expectations, and every move from here on out could shape the road to February.